What is going on, everyone, and welcome to this week's status report. So if you don't know what these are, the developers do these weekly to let us know how development is going with DayZ Standalone, anything new that they're working on. So if you do enjoy these types of videos, be sure to hit that like to show your support, and if you are new, don't forget to subscribe. This week, the status report wasn't too big, but there is still some interesting stuff that I did want to talk about, so let's get right into it. So we're going to be starting off with server changes and testing on experimental. This will be taking place for about a few weeks, they said. So experimental branch will be operating at 50 players now, and I did also see some 60 player servers today on the 0.50 experimental branch that just came out, so kind of interesting stuff. I did also add that earlier this week they did test the 75 player experimental servers. That was on September 30th, I believe, and I actually got to play on those, which was pretty cool. I think they ran fine for me, and I had no trouble with those, so pretty exciting stuff. Player count is definitely going up. Right now it's at 50 and 60 over on experimental, and earlier in the week they were testing at 75, so we should be seeing player count on servers go up on stable, they said, in the near future, not giving out an exact date just yet. They did also say that over the next few months they will be rolling out changes to zombie AI and sensor functions, and that will be taking place on the experimental branch for testing, of course, before they go ahead and move it over to the stable. They also said that in October and November they will be using the experimental servers and testing out different player counts on them to see how everything works, and we'll see how high of a player count they go to. Earlier this week they did test that 75, which in my opinion ran fine. I had a good experience, but we'll see if they go even higher than that in the next 2 months. Okay, on to our next slide. We have a little bit of an update on vehicles and barricading. The design and programming teams have continued work this week on the vehicles and also the first iteration of barricading, so locked doors, and also they did talk about, if you remember from the last status report, unlocking doors, so pick locking possibly coming in with that, and then also moving down to 3D camo, which is pretty cool. They said that the programmers have been looking into a bug that was preventing them from creating better looking 3D camo, so they said they do plan to now work on that, and also plan to include wearable active camo and some which you can craft onto long rifles. So to me that does kind of sound like they are working on ghillie suits, so pretty excited for that. That's just my opinion, they might not be, but I think they are working on ghillie suits. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you do want ghillie suits to come in, I don't have a problem with it. I think they are fine, and they are pretty cool if they do end up coming in. I'll definitely be using one if I am sniping. Now, also more work on new zombies. So they said they now kind of have a scheme where basically they can create new zombies quicker. So they will be trying to do that, and also possibly add survivor clothes to them, so make them look a little bit better. The new zombie did come in to the 0.50 experimental, so it is on there now. If you go on there to test that out, it's that new zombie, the old man zombie, is currently on that new experimental. Moving on to our last slide, this is where we have the list of animation, art, design, and programming that they are working on. So if you do want to pause the video and read those, you can go ahead and do that. I did also want to announce that 0.50 experimental is out, if you didn't know that already. So if you download the latest experimental branch, you'll be able to play on that. Also, don't forget that the link to the status report of this week is always down in the description. And if you have enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. Thanks so much for watching, hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time.